I should be looking at, huh?
No.
Yeah, get your best side, Ken, thank you.
Man, I didn't know it was that.
Good evening and welcome to the Select Board Board of Health meeting for September 8, 2025, being held in Townhouse Auditorium. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We are conducting this meeting live in the Townhouse Auditorium, also broadcasting on Zoom and recording. Is there anyone else recording the meeting? Kristen, welcome, good to see you. All right, Kristen Rivers from the Times is recording the meeting. So, do we have any minutes?
Nope.
Nope. Welcome back, Lauren.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. First order of business, we have a public hearing for National Grid every week.
Every week?
It only seems
that
like
way.
they're putting the poles in one day at a, one pole at a time. They can't put any more in or that'll be all over. Like, you have to take one out to really.
Do you?
So anyhow, so who do we have online from the grid? Ken?
Ken Kriegel?
If you would unmute him, please.
Hi,
Come on down.
Reardon Hoffman.
Reardon.
Reardon as well.
Oh, yeah, Reardon Hoffman, okay.
See two names.
You gotta unmute him. Oh, what's unmuted?
Ben Frank.
He spoke, but it doesn't show unmuted. Oh, that's on video. Okay, there we go.
There he goes.
Hey, good evening, Ken Kriegel. You have two of us tonight, but Reardon's going to be speaking over the petition. If there's any other questions, I might be able to answer them as the local designer.
Okay.
All right.
All right, so this is a petition for a joint pole on Chapin Road, approximately, a mile from the intersection of Chapin and Rockadunny. So that's the wrong way to measure it, like, that's the other end. They're measuring from Connecticut back, basically, right? Anyhow, so if I'm looking at this, and that's the one thing I really not crazy about it doesn't give really any relation to anything we can recognize. So okay, all right, there's the so 380 Chapin Road. So this is a pole, looks like almost a long line, mid-pole, right? Or no? Reardon?
Yes, correct. So this is a continuation. We had a previous hearing on Chapin Road, and they had a rejected easement. This pole 58-25 was actually on the opposite side of the road originally. So this was the request to move it back to the left side of the road on this map.
Yeah, it just looked like it's a pole for a long span basically as well, right? Because it looks like, otherwise
so
you have,
the span
have 200 something, right, yeah.
Correct.
Okay. Did we have any response from Mark about this, the highway
Yes,
superintendent?
with him today, he has no objections.
Okay, good. All right. And there is no pole in existence already. This is a brand new pole, right? Good.
Correct. This will be a brand new mid-span pole.
Okay. Don?
I have no questions.
Do we have any abutters or somebody ask a question?
I don't even know what it's about. What's gonna be next to 179 South Road?
Okay, so if you see right here, and
No,
there's one pole, there's one
Just to
pole.
put in a pole.
Yeah, there's one pole here, one pole here. That line is like
Wait, let me see where we are.
250 feet.
Let me see where we are. Where's the road?
This is the road.
Okay, there's the road, and so we're
So
going up.
this is 365 Chapin right here.
Okay, but I'm on South Road,
Yeah, right.
right? So where am I on this map?
You're nowhere on this map. I don't know why you got no.
I don't, it said I was on a butter.
There's no way you'd be in a butter.
Okay. All right.
Maybe it's a different pole. Either way, they're putting one, because the span is well over 200 feet, so they got to.
I wouldn't care about a poll. I wouldn't be here if I thought about a poll.
Well, good to have you. We're actually.
Thank you.
No, don't leave. We're putting you on a committee before you leave. That'll learn you.
All right, I'll move approval.
I'll second that approval. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Sorry to drag you guys out like this, Reardon, Ken, please.
All right,
You guys. are
Nope, we appreciate the time that you guys give us.
All right, thank you.
get those double poles down.
Didn't miss that one, did you, Don?
Never,
Nope.
So this is just about a poll.
Did you sign yours, or did you sign that?
no, I didn't sign that one.
Okay.
Where am I
that was it.
signing? I'm
Well, I've done
signing
my
it here.
civic duty to my.
Want a cookie before you go?
Oh, no, thank you very
I'm
much.
gonna sign the second one, you're gonna sign the top one, right? Right?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Go.
Okay, next thing on the agenda is
Finally
the,
getting electric power to town.
wow, next will be cable. Whew. Next is the senior center bathroom renovation project. That did go out to bid. Brian's got some information on that as well, but that was part of the omnibus motion article last year we had for septic, bathroom, and roof. And it was about, help me out, 205, 210, something like that. Brian, the whole motion
I think it was 140. 140?
for the roof, the bathroom, and the, oh, the original, they reduced it from to 210, right. So a couple things here. So you see we have three bids. The low bidder is Maroy Construction, the people who did the police station, plus the addition to the highway building. Both good projects, done under budget and on time. However, the original estimate that came up was going to be like $15,000 for the bathroom work. And you see the low bid is 47. Becky did secure a $15,000 grant as well. So we have 30,000 towards it. There is a request into the Friends to fund the difference, as well as there also may be some savings from the septic part, a couple $1,000s that could be applied to it. There's no guarantees, but I would think the Friends, they've actually brought it forward, hey, could they help out? And so they need a formal vote to do it. The other thing is that this was an omnibus warrant article, so there were no specific amounts in the motion. They have not gone out to do the roof part yet. And as part of our next conversation, that roof part may not be done right away because there might be a more pressing need that would push off the roof until that was taken care of. So there is enough funding in the warrant article to get this done.
John, I'm gonna go. I got a pack to go to Yellowstone National Park.
Nice.
Wow.
Sorry.
Oh, nice to see you, Doug.
You are tireless people. Good job.
To meet you.
All right, we'll just vote you on the committee while you're not
Which
here. That's
committee?
fine.
Okay.
We'll let you know.
Yeah, Ricky, you'll get a letter.
Do you have any animals still?
I do, well, I don't. I have a dog, but it's my son's
I
dog.
knew you'd say.
But he had a child, and he asked me if I could take the dog for 2 weeks.
Yeah, and you don't want to give it back, do you?
It's been 8, no, I do. It's been 8 months.
Oh, good.
He didn't tell me which 2 weeks.
Yeah, but while your wife was gone, it gave you, you
It
know,
was my companion.
that's exactly
That's
right,
fine.
there you go.
Nice seeing you.
All right.
Brian, I've been a veterinarian 52 years.
All right.
But I retired 2 years ago.
Congratulations.
Yeah, well,
All right,
I'd still like to be there. They're
Thanks for coming down.
paperless, and that's why I left. Bye, everybody.
I know. So in order to get
took care of our
the
work.
projects moving forward, I think we would like to go ahead and award the bathroom project, at least to Maroy, and get that moving on.
Now, how fast will they act on this? Once it's approved? I asked that because
Who's they? The construction company?
the senior center people, the construction company asked that because, you know, we passed a $12,000 thing to take care of the asbestos in the fire department. It still hasn't happened yet. So it's
Different
been-
company.
It's been a year.
Yep. I anticipate that it will happen much quicker than that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Again, their work on Don, you were here for some of the highway department.
yeah,
Yeah.
they did a good, Murray did a good job. So, I'll move approval.
I'll second that.
Hiring Mulroy Construction to do the senior center bathroom renovations.
Okay, so award the bid to Maroy. Second, all in favor?
Aye?
Aye.
Okay.
Do you want to go on that? You want, we'll touch on the other part later then. So asbestos abatement. Brian,
So we put out to bid 5 classrooms to abate the existing tile and mastic. And we received 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We received 8 responses for our request for quotes. And I am here to ask the board to award, let me back up for 1 second. So phase 1 is 5 continuous classrooms, what's called the E classrooms. Those are along the front if you're facing the building to the right in the front hallway. And we also asked for individual prices based on common square footage of the room. What we're looking to do initially is to do the 5 classrooms in phase 1. There's some cost savings to do them all as one unit.
that's all the front hall, basically?
Yeah,
The, us and the 3 libraries?
3 library rooms, yeah. Those are, the flooring in that part of the building is in the worst.
Even if it wasn't asbestos type thing, you'd still be doing the flooring.
We would still be doing the floor,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. So this is both take it up and replace? Or are these just abatement part?
So this is just the abatement part.
So this doesn't put a new flooring down?
It does not, right?
Okay.
And what I would, and we'd like this to be done in short order, so what I would ask the board is that they would award it, so Apex Abatement and Demolition is the low bidder at $23,976, and Abide is the second, $27,675. So I would ask that if Apex can't do it in short order, that we would be able to go to the next lowest bidder.
Yeah, and Abide also has the better prices on the square footage as well.
Right.
Because we did talk about, the other rooms, possibly if there was, did you ask them, is there any difference? The more rooms they do, does the per room price go down?
The per room price goes down when they can do less containment units. So if the classrooms are separate in different places around the building, it gets more expensive. So the cost savings is really if you can do one envelope.
A couple of these rooms here, actually, don't they have the bifold between them, and they're actually more like one complete?
The last library room has it had the bifold, but that's no longer there.
Oh, no? Okay. So what period of time are you talking about then? I mean, because I've never done any kind of split award type thing like based on.
Well, it would just be essentially if we can't come to agreement with Apex, that they'll do it soon, then we could go to the next, low bidder. So if they tell us, well, sorry, it's 3 months from now, then
Yeah, we
I don't
can.
think we're
Right, but
bound
what-
to use them.
I don't know. It does seem ambiguous, though, and award a drop dead time, and you don't even know if Abide could do it in, a month or something, unless you chat them.
I suspect they can,
Okay.
but yeah, you're right, I don't know for sure if they can.
Well, I'd like to see either way done by the, any chance you could say we want it done within a month, because you have so much work to do on top of it. I got to replace the floor.
That's what I would ask that it be done within a month, for
Okay.
sure. Yep.
All right,
There's a 10-day waiting period, notification to Mass DEP, but then you can go forward.
okay. Well, based on that, then, I entertain a motion to award it to Apex contingent on them being able to finish the work by October 10th, a month from now. If they cannot, then authorize the town administrator to go to the second lowest bidder on the list with the same requirement.
So moved.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. John, you think that's
Yeah,
appropriate that
yeah,
way?
yeah. What do you, your question, Will they, if they remove it, will they be able to put the new floor down before the town meeting?
Well, have you gotten costs on that? We talked about the different types, so I know you had some samples in
I
your
have,
room.
yeah, I have costs from, yeah, I have flooring costs.
Now,
They should be able to do it almost immediately, once it's abated.
I know you talked about, and obviously it gets into cleaning and maintenance, stuff like that. I'm not a huge fan of putting rug down for just because of the work to be done to keep upkeep and stuff like that. However, you may have had conversations with, for instance, the library, where their rooms, they prefer to have rugs, so is that ongoing discussion, or do you have you put it to bed?
So for the children's library space, so that big room that had used to buy food, their preference is to have carpet there.
For kids on the floor, yeah.
I have not heard, or I haven't followed up with, I haven't followed up about the Rochford Reading Room. I don't know what they are looking for there.
Is that gonna be one of the front rooms too?
Yeah.
Oh, they weren't using the back one, okay.
I believe it's one of those front rooms. I'll have to double check, but that was my understanding. And the other ones are offices, which will just likely want to do I think it's the LVT. It's the vinyl tile.
Yeah.
Which doesn't require the constant waxing and stripping of the floors like those other tiles do.
I don't know, just, some of those, like, we've seen so much composites going into home now that don't seem to need that much, care in terms of like waxing or whatever. We looked at putting one in our basement area, just those pressed composite down, you know what I'm talking about, it just seems like, we're not talking high-traffic areas here, where we're going back in and stripping and waxing, every other week or something like that,
Yeah.
so.
Yep.
A lot more deals out there for that type of thing. Right. Okay, tell us about the draft surplus property policy.
So Mass General Law 30B requires municipalities to have a written policy for the disposition of surplus property valued less than $10,000. And I looked to see if I could find one, and I couldn't find one in Laserfish or anywhere else, so figured they're pretty boilerplate. I mean, the law requires there to be an open and transparent and fair process for the disposition of surplus property, but so the policy requires that departments would submit a list to the town administrator, and then the town administrator would get authorization from the select board to dispose of the surplus property.
Had you done this before in Whately at all, or, okay?
The threshold used to be 5,000, which was a problem, because a lot of stuff is,
All right.
Everything over 10,000 has to go out to bid, does it?
everything over 10,000, yeah, it has to, there's be notice of
So we're
sale.
gonna have a lot of stuff built over the school, you think? I mean, we're gonna have
Yes,
furniture and cabinets and stuff like that.
yeah. I'll likely have a list for the board. If this property is adopted, I'll likely have a list at the next meeting.
And again, we talked about possibly having a walkthrough over there, get a sense of what we see over there. I'll entertain a motion to adopt this and replace, if applicable, any prior policy for this, just in case there was something that we didn't have there.
So moved.
Second, all in favor?
Right.
Aye.
Yes.
Cranking here. Local lodging tax,
Oh, yeah.
so it's pretty standard, and a lot of towns have
A lot
this.
of towns have it. So I like to put it as a warrant article. I sent an email to the clerk, the treasurer, the accountant, advisory committee, and the assessors with some information about it. Basically, it would be a 6% excise tax on lodging. And the town has no responsibility. The person who is providing the lodging pays the excise tax when they pay the state already has a sales tax on it. They have to pay the excise tax at the same time the state then reimburses the town quarterly.
Quarterly?
Yeah, okay. And it needs a vote by the town meeting. so I'd like to put it on this agenda.
So add this to the town warrant? Okay,
Add to the
great.
warrant. And I think if I sent a sample warrant thing, article there.
Yep, great.
And I contacted the Department of Revenue today to give us a list of they think that there's 6 places that they currently collect taxes from for lodging in Hampden. And I asked them to send a list to us so you know what they are.
Okay.
And they got an email back today, said they'll send it in a day or two. All right,
They do nothing at this, they're so busy,
they're so busy.
so busy, okay. I don't think we need a vote to put it on,
No.
you've asked to put it on, that's on.
Yeah, okay.
Opioid settlement,
So there's similar to the previous opioid settlements, there's settlements between the states, and the opioid manufacturers. So these are not the primary manufacturers, but the secondary manufacturers. I'm not sure how they define those, but the state is entering into a settlement agreement, and all of the subdivisions of the state are eligible to participate, which means that whatever municipalities want to sign up, they can. We currently receive opioid payments from settlements that I just talked about. It's not a significant amount of money. It's probably a couple $100s that we get. I think I want to guess it's probably quarterly that we get it. I'm not sure that the town has used a lot of those funds to date. But
Wasn't there some proposal from Wilbraham or somebody that we would
they also
join
talked,
their funds?
well, wasn't that, was also that group at the high school, I think it's called Above the Influence, that
Right,
we would
right.
donate some of the money to help them.
Something like that, yeah.
yeah, I don't remember her name, Warren, who was from the school.
But they didn't,
I don't think it went any further, but that was one of the suggestions.
Oh, the coalition, what was it called?
Yeah,
HP4 coalition?
Right. Yeah.
yeah.
There was talk about asking for access to those funds, but then I think that request fell away.
I mean, obviously, these are, I'm gonna say secondary, but the big money came from, what's the name of the family that had the big sum? Sackler, right, yeah,
Purdue Pharma.
yeah.
Do from what?
Okay.
Three.
So we need this does not need to go to town meeting, we've already, this is just adding them to the list, basically, right?
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure it was okay that you want to participate in the
Want
next
to
side.
join, yeah, want to join the settlement.
All right,
Yep.
done.
I move we join the second, I believe this is the
Secondary manufacturer,
secondary manufacturer settlement.
second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Conservation agent position,
Yeah.
really?
So this, I think this stemmed from Don's comment at the last meeting about
Damn it.
whether
You tried to recruit that guy into the thing.
somebody you recruited to be the conservation agent. Well,
Kill the kid, yeah.
Yeah,
I think there's interest in doing that.
was it Zeno?
Yeah.
Good,
I don't believe you can be the conservation agent and a member of the commission.
No.
But we'll look into that.
Right.
I couldn't find, the only job description I could find was a shared job description between Granby and Hampden.
yeah.
I don't know if that job description was ever approved by the board, but I'd have to draft a similar
Well,
one.
I think it was, I
It
mean.
was
there's
approved
nothing
by the
wrong with
board. They had a guy,
Yeah, you know, and a grant.
And a grant.
Yeah,
Backed out last
And
time.
Granby decided they didn't want to do it.
right, but the description is,
So I'll just, I'll just,
Yeah.
take out the word Granby.
letterhead.
Yeah, right.
And then if we want to approve that at the next meeting,
Well, now we're into funding, right?
right, and I'll see what, I'll have a conversation with Bonnie about what funds she carried in the budget. I know there was some left over each fiscal year, at least since I've been here. So I think she budgets for a certain, I believe she may actually budget for the position, I just don't know at what rate.
Really? Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
good, well, that's good. It was Joe Zeno, yeah.
and there was, it was a conservation agent slash stormwater manager,
Right.
that's not right?
Yeah.
Probably use one of those too.
Sounded like he had a pretty good background for that,
Yeah,
so it's good.
that's why I said it to him.
Right, yeah,
So he is interested,
Good.
he did call me and we talked a little bit, so
excellent,
I'll try to get that job, we'll get that job description for next week.
all right. IT upgrades, I think I mentioned before, I'm certainly going through it at my office. I've got 11 or 12 that will not run Windows 11. So I mentioned to Brian the other day that this planned obsolescence is going to bite us. It wasn't.
It's working.
It's working well. Typically, Entree does, on an annual basis, show the rotation of what they'd like to replace, and was this part of it? And I'm guessing that maybe this was not totally in their plan, or?
No, the ones that we replaced at the end of the last fiscal year were also non-compliant. So we essentially took the oldest ones. So those would have had to have been changed out as well. But it's a big number to.
Well, we carry a number in there for replacement every year, but this exceeds what we would have thought would have been this year's rotation.
Yeah,
Ah,
by about $700.
oh,
So that would leave nothing, you mean if we did this, it'd mean nothing left for if something broke or?
Right.
so some of this is them doing the upgrade. The ones that are capable can go to 11, that's fine.
Yep, that's-
Labor for that.
Yep.
And then some totally need replacing as well, all right? So for 20,000, please. Well, at least we'll be going into the NTH with some new equipment, which is good.
Like this one.
The NTAs.
You know, keep working it in, Don, it'll roll right off your tongue.
You'll get a nice shiny new laptop there.
Like, that one?
DD Select 2.
Oh, man,
Well, I have
I don't have
You're
one.
not, your machine is not,
I don't have a laptop.
my machine's not
it
compliant.
says JF laptop.
Ha, that's Jane at the assessors.
No, there's a Jane Ferrantino laptop.
It might be Joanne.
When,
Oh, maybe.
Jane, you got Jane.
All these JF people here, jeez.
No, I never took one.
I don't have mine on here,
I think you're the new one, you're on the front page.
am I?
Yeah.
I get like a brand new one.
Yeah.
I get one of these things here. Oh,
Got to give the abacus back. Nice, Don, yeah. Geez. All right, so
am I gonna have to learn something new?
Could run for another.
we got a mouse and everything, yeah. Voice commands, that'd be nice, yeah. Hey, Google.
All right, I have to-
So you need authorization to exceed the thing, or just, you're just letting us know, hey, it's not really much of a question here, we got to do it.
I mean, we have,
Right,
yeah,
we can operate them, but they're not gonna get security updates.
right,
Right.
which is a bad idea.
that's a bad idea.
Right. I'm not sure, we'll go through this list to make sure that these are all
Again, like,
we need, but.
right, just like we went through the email list and found a few that, oh, by the way, these weren't even being used, so we cut that cost down. Right.
Yeah.
All right, so we basically authorized the town administrator to go ahead and get this done,
Get it done.
make it so.
I guess. All right. All right, so now we got joint meeting with the Hampden Wilbraham Regional School District on the 25th.
Yeah, but we saw a couple emails back and forth, there are people missing. Is it still happening, is my question. So I remember the finance wasn't gonna be able to make it, the finance isn't coming. Remember the select board wasn't gonna be able to attend, remember a couple members of the school committee weren't gonna be able to attend. And hearing that the Wilbraham Finance is not interested in coming, and I think that may not be the best decision. I think this is a good opportunity for all people to get involved and have a good frank discussion without really locking yourselves in. There's no downside to going hearing what other people say. So if the school committee would be interested in pushing it off a couple of weeks so that everybody who couldn't attend can attend, I think that might be prudent, and maybe they get the finance to attend. I don't see a lot of value if 1/5 doesn't come. That's, unless they change their mind in the next 2 or 3 weeks.
Considering they're the ones that have the most questions about.
Right, but this is how you start the conversation long before the thing happens. We don't want to be 11th houring it. So want to keep it on our radar and keep working the high road with the other administrators, that's good. All right,
All right,
Can express our concern about the
Yeah.
attendance.
Yeah,
yeah,
right. We want all parties to be at the table so we can have a good, open, frank discussion. Rather than the smoke-filled room, which we typically have right down. What? What? Have a cookie. Here, no, right on the mic.
what else we got?
A couple of questions I wanted to bring up, this came up today. Somebody asked what we're doing with the dumpsters. Because the fire department actually uses the town hall dumpster.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, rather than paying for a separate one, they just walk it down and, so.
I'll have to drive it.
And there isn't one, the school department took theirs with them when they, left the school, so there's not one over there. So I guess they had talked about, okay, we're gonna shift McNamara over to the building, which will leave this one without one. So at some point, we'll have to go ahead and book them a new dumpster, or say, that one's actually probably too small for the building we're gonna have over there. If you remember the one they had on the side of the building
Yeah,
down was like
yeah.
probably a 10 or 15 yard at least.
Good truck, they got a truck, they got a pickup truck. Could bring it down.
You could take it up on Tuesdays.
Yeah, lots of trucks up
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, that's something. The other question that somebody asked me, these are crazy little things that fall through the crack, but we talked about the tree. What are we doing for the tree lighting ceremony?
We're gonna light the gazebo up with a new tree.
What in tree?
Oh.
Right. Now, I will tell you, well, no, I mean, that one's only been here years, so I wouldn't be surprised, you could ask a guy, can you still transplant that? It's not huge. You can buy trees bigger than that. I wouldn't be surprised if they could like move that over there.
That was a little beat up. That was a little beat up.
Well, we heard about that too. and
deer ate the
It's
bottom.
gonna be the same thing over there. Those guys are everywhere. But someone think about it, if we're still planning to have an event this year, are we gonna do a tree? I mean, they'll have those maples right along the parking lot. Do we take one of those down and put that there instead? So we do have power at the gazebo, so it's possible to.
I got a 40-footer that I light every year, I could.
With drone coverage from your place, yeah, I don't think you get all the way to the top, yeah. So that's some of it. Little things. All right, any correspondence?
Nope.
Sure. Selectman report, I'd like to thank the fire department the Fire Department Association for inviting the select board to their annual fire roast, steak roast. Yeah, it's always good to thank them for all they do, especially the call guys and women. Planning board meeting is now shifted to the end of the month. Nothing on the agenda for this week. We had a senior center building committee meeting this morning, attended by Brian as well. Sam, Brian, fill in if I missed something. One of the major topics that came up is that the next phase that was talked about at the town meeting was replacing the windows. Since that time, it's been more apparent that the HVAC system of the senior center needs a lot of work, up to replacement, basically. 25 years old, quite a bit of problems with it. So Gary has gone out and got a preliminary estimate of what that type of money is. They would like to put a placeholder on for replacing that while they're going out and getting a formal number for it at this point. The other part that ties into what I mentioned before about the roof is that working with the people that came in and looked at it, replacing some of that because that's up above, there's a drop ladder in the ceiling, may require access through the roof to get to some of it. So that's why the roof project would be pushed back a little bit. What that also would mean, and that's why I talked about the cost, that when you push things back and down, we saw that with the highway building thing, when the cost doubled when we went out. It may mean that if we don't do the roof project, if this gets approved, gets done, then the roof is, a few months after that. By that time, the price that they had, like every price we see nowadays, is not much good. So bottom line, and Brian Chippen, they would like a article in the fall town meeting warrant to talk about replacing the HVAC system. If there was a guess to it, it would probably be between $200,000 and $250,000. I think the preliminary number they had, Brian, was in the 190s, something like that, and that was just BG Mechanical coming in and walking through it.
Yeah.
And most of that is cost of goods, basically, and I can speak to it because that's part of our business. Those things have shot through the roof. Brian and Becky and Gary will be looking at if there's any energy grants out there for that type of stuff. That may be fortunate, because those things are getting much more efficient nowadays. That's it for me.
I got nothing.
Brian, make it quick, we can set a record here.
Question,
We got a question. You want to take a question first?
do we
You want to talk about pickleball? Really? How's that working out?
do you have a paddle?
Actually, they're enjoying it a lot, and we're trying to transition people over into the team reach rooms.
Really? Okay.
They're having a great time.
So it all worked out, there's a time schedule and everything worked out great? Yeah,
And
good.
Team Reach has changed some of their time slots to accommodate it, so
Okay.
that people aren't doing Wednesday morning art classes and then dealing with a class on Wednesday, with the regular play.
So it's Wednesday, because Don and I are making a select board team, and we're willing to take on almost anybody.
Are you
When I
guys
say almost anybody, we mean,
reckoned with?
huh?
You were forced to be reckoned with?
Do you need a paddle? Yeah, we're pretty experienced, yeah, sure. Yeah.
My mother used a paddle in the old days.
Maybe that's it, yeah. What was your question?
So the question is, when we're looking at roof repairs, replacements, whatever, do we look at solar?
We kicked that around, and we'll just speak back
I
to,
have to say, we're not paying anything.
yeah, but I mean, I thought the whole thing about the solar thing was all about the subsidies, and I thought that there was a lot of talk they're going away.
I think there's potential for that. For sure.
Yeah. You know, everything we read that, whether it's rolling down from Washington, that the advantage of doing roof solar, and I hear from people, you know, there's horror stories all out there, oh my gosh, when they put that in, they didn't flash around it, now it's leaking in, and, you know.
We've had great luck with that. But with anything that could be good and bad.
But grants are number one, the best five-letter word out there, not solar, it's grant, right? Because typically, you don't have to pay it back, and there's your money.
After 5 years, we are breaking even with 2 electric cars, electric stove, electric water heater.
5-year break-in, break-even, yeah.
Yeah, it took to pay it off, and now we're really clear.
I think that's what a lot of things, when I talk to people at solar, the part they don't mention is the fact there's an extra cost. Like, oh, my electric bill went down. Yeah, but now you have this other bill on the side you're paying. Sometimes, you know, you're paying for the equipment on the side, but the bill went down per se. So their whole,
Yeah, we bought it, so we're not.
oh, you bought it, so, right, yeah, but the other people who don't, you know, they're just seeing the electric part go down, but they don't, you know, they're offset with the other
Right,
part.
you've got to look at
Right.
how much it's going to.
What's coming out of your wall at the end of the month,
Right.
right? Brian?
All right, speaking of grants,
wow, nice.
Mark and I put together the LEAP grant, whatever stands for local, something
Yes.
planning assistance grant, I forget what it stands for, from MassDOT for funding to study the Summers, Allen, Sun Meadow, Wilbraham Road intersection, do the traffic study and conceptual intersection design, also including the Main and Summers intersection as well, so to include that whole area as part of a traffic study to try to rethink or find improvements that can be made there. Warrant articles for the fall town meeting, the deadline for those are September 15th. We are the town, so the fire department's currently advertising for the fire lieutenant position. Vacancy that's,
Going back to warrant articles,
yep,
didn't we get a notice from the highway department they'd like to talk about, just an email about a new loader?
Just came in today.
yep, there was an article proposed.
Okay, I did talk to Joanne, they have no thoughts, nothing from planning for this fall.
Yep.
Police car.
They haven't, you know, really come forward, but I'm surprised, I think we should be talking about that. I mean, We didn't do one in the spring like we typically have one in the budget. They do have a couple that are approaching 100,000. So, and I think the chief did say delivery was pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're looking to fill the fire lieutenant position, and also PD's still looking for a full-time officer. So I forwarded to the board the revised quote for the special town meeting that doesn't include the overflow room in the gymnasium. I would recommend that we go forward with it at this point, but
I think we should.
wants to do is around
It's $6,000, but I think we should.
Yeah, and I don't see an overflow happening,
don't
which
see
is what we're talking about now, no. Yeah,
So I'll get that.
I'm gonna go ahead and put down 9:15. Oh, that's the other question. Do we start at 6:30 or 7?
6:30.
Right, I thought it worked out
It's
fine.
dark early now.
Right.
It'll be getting dark early.
No,
October, yeah, you'll be,
hang on, let's fall back. Go back, okay.
you
So-
gotta get the lighting too. For the parking lot.
Yeah, that wasn't wicked expensive, though.
No, that's not a con.
No.
Last thing is the facilities manager started today. We met for 3 hours about TWB. We got a very comprehensive to-do list that I need to organize that a little bit more, then I'll share it. We had good discussions. B&G Mechanical.
Herb also attended the senior center building committee meeting as well, so.
Yep. B&G Mechanical was there looking at the well issue, as it related to sort of the heating component of the building, which has been resolved, so.
You're getting Herb a phone, right?
Yep, he'll be getting a phone. We'll put his
His email is what, facilities?
facilities@hamdenma.gov. We'll blast out his phone so anybody can call him with.
Anytime, that's great.
24/7.
A plane in the tree, something like that.
Yep, absolutely. IT upgrades, so we had some funds available at the end of last fiscal year to buy some of the IT equipment that we needed, so we'll start with those improvements September, probably the week of September 23rd, probably.
Speaking of money left over, could you get a reading of where we stand on filing for free cash from lease? And
So
I was
I'm
running to Cliff and he was like, this, my last day is the, whatever it was, 30th. So he's available for questions, but that's,
they're supposed to, they should have that next week. Let me put it that way.
okay.
Yeah, I don't have a good idea about what the number is at this point.
No, I mean, not asking for, because that can be, people take that, oh, as golden. No, it's just off the cuff, so.
There's a process in place that will get it done next week.
And then the work, how much do you apply to the tax roll, that type of thing after that, yeah.
Right.
And with it's not too early to ask the assessors, as they're advertising for their extra person, are they gonna be on the same schedule? You know, with Jane stepping up and working towards the tax rate, that's a lot on her for her first time, you know,
Yeah. Yep.
that's gonna be a push. I know that Kelly did say she was available to answer questions, but she's got a lot going on too, obviously,
Right.
so.
And the other component at TWB is
What?
The other component at TWB. Component? Oh, NTH, sorry. Forgot we renamed it NTH. Is to try to figure out how to cool the office spaces that don't currently have cooling. Herb's gonna be working to bring a couple people in to NTH, and he's gonna bring somebody over to the senior center as well.
Can you move the ones from here, or once, I mean, I know they're older, but is there any,
That's, at this point, he believes yes, and that would be the plan.
you pick up 3 or 4 there, then, yeah.
Yeah, we could have, I believe there's 1, 2, there might be 4 outdoor units and probably double 7 or 8 mini splits inside, so that would be a significant cost savings.
Right.
Depending on that cost and depending on what happens, if anything happens with the earmark that's in the state budget that's on hold, we may need to ask for some additional funds for that, depending on how much that is, but.
Well,
we'll try to.
With your timeline
nail
and
that
stuff,
down.
I'm concerned about, A, how quick you get the flooring down. So if you're not getting the floors ripped up, worst case, best case, I would say middle of October. And then you gotta hire somebody to go ahead and put new floors down at that point. So,
I think a realistic date is probably early November, the middle of November, I think.
All right.
I think that's where we're gonna land with the abatement that's needed in the flooring.
you know what? We talk about that town meeting date and the early time. I think we ought to say, hey, the building's open for a tour at the same time too. Right, maybe a sign, this is this office, this is this office, this is this, and just really get people worked into, this is where you're going now. Here's where Eva's gonna be, here's where the selectmen are,
Way in the back.
select board, yeah,
Way in the back.
yeah, we're in the back now. We're behind Park and Rec and Library, nobody cares. Okay. Anything else to come before the board?
Motion to adjourn.
Second? On favor?
Aye.
Aye. Wow,
Right.
wow.